This video is brought to you by Against the Flow of Mississippi. Against the Flow of Mississippi is a book about Jake Fayard, a Marine veteran who is unhappy with the political machine running the state of Mississippi. He decides to fight the corruption from the inside. Jake will face more challenges than he ever has and will stand up for what he thinks is right. His notoriously hot temper will push him to the edge of murder, along with his friend and brother Kobe Barhanovich. Together, they will fight the system and give the power back to the citizens of Mississippi.
Against the Flow of Mississippi was written by Anthony Oksenholt and was published by Oksenholt Biloxi Publishing, LLC. A link to the book will be placed in the description below.
Selling Biloxi Belle and Biloxi Boy Cooking and Fishing is about how to have fun on the water. We're going to do a little bit of cooking. We're going to do a little bit of rebuilding a sailboat. Maybe doing some sailing. We're going to do a whole lot of boating, and we're going to have a whole lot of fun. Thank y'all, and I hope y'all enjoy it. Also, if you like the music, check out my brother Ben Thompson, Barefoot with a Stetson. Name of the song is Barefoot and Ready to Party.
Take a tall glass and fill it with ice. Pour some vodka to make it nice. Then add some rum and a little gin. A shot of tequila for the win. Next comes orange liquor and sweet and sour. Mix a splash of cola, get ready for the kick. You want a drink that'll set you free? Get yourself a Long Island iced tea. A pub on the wharf or a bar on the beach. All the dance moves your friends can teach. A frozen drink with a straw and umbrella, or a premium bottle from a nice wine cellar. A cup of ice and a little Sprite. You're getting ready for a fun night. Add some light rum and a little more. Then passion fruit juice is your next pour. A little lime juice and you're almost done. Now a big shot of 151. You're drinking something that is insane. Enjoy drinking a hurricane. A pub on the wharf or a bar on the beach. All the dance moves your friends can teach. A frozen drink made with Bacardi, bare feet and blue jeans. Get ready to party. Put some cherry brandy in a cup. Grab some ice and fill it up. Add dark rum and light rum too. Then pineapple and papaya juice. Add sugar and get ready for some fun. The last ingredient is 151. Your senses will flood like a tsunami. You're about to drink yourself a zombie. A pub on the wharf or a bar on the beach. All the dance moves your friends can teach. A frozen drink made with Bacardi, bare feet and blue jeans. Get ready to party. Sun, party on the pier. There's nothing wrong with ice cold beer. Get a frozen drink made with Bacardi. Barefoot with a Stetson and ready to party. Barefoot with a Stetson and ready to party. Frozen drinks, warm nights, feeling hearty. Raise a glass, feel the breeze, and you'll see every sip's a vibe when you're drinking carefree.
All right, y'all. Selling Biloxi Belle, your host, Anthony Oksenholt. I told you I was doing 2 in 1 day. Whew. I want to talk about something here. I want to talk about something that I can't say enough about. I want to talk about TowBoatUS. I want to talk about my personal experiences with TowBoatUS, specifically out of Biloxi. Specifically, Bryce Martin with TowBoatUS.
That fucking guy. You talk about a professional ass saver. There's no other way around it. Like, his job title ought to be, or his job description ought to be, I save your ass when you do stupid shit. Because that's what he does. His, damn, dude, this guy here. Okay. So, when I actually got moving away from Clark Bayou and got down the Pascagoula River, I got under the Pascagoula Bridge and I-10, got going around, got down there in that little piece of river. I don't know shit about the Pascagoula River. I have no navigation equipment except a phone GPS and a compass. My depth sounder, funny story on my depth sounder, and I didn't realize this until I got to the boatyard. The sensor was turned upside down, so it was facing up instead of facing down. Real smart one, right? Oh, yeah. Talk about feeling stupid. When they pulled my boat out at Rebel Boat Works, they're like, that's supposed to be faced the other way. And I'm like, well, gee, that explains a lot. It is what it is. It's okay. You live and you learn. And I'm laughing at myself now. But this is why I say Bryce's job description ought to be, yeah, if you're a dumbass, I will come save your ass. Because, you paid us to do it. You may be dumb, but we're there for you. Because I'm going to tell you, I really felt dumb. And, you know, I grew up on the Gulf. I've been out on boats. I've had boats, but nothing like a 35-foot sailboat with a 5.5-foot keel and a 40-foot mast. I don't give a shit how many center console boats that you've been on and gone fishing on and whatever. There is no comparison between the two. Zero. You cannot compare the two. They are so fucking different in every way, shape, or form that you could be a sailboat guy and get into power boats, but you have to want to be a power boat guy to get into sailing. And you have to do some work on it, some research. And you have to do your homework. And there's a big difference when you're dealing with ship channels and shit like that, and you're just going out there to go fishing. There's a humongous difference. And I'll be honest with you, I hadn't a clue. So, honestly, my motor dying on the backside of Horn Island and having Bryce come drag my dumb ass all the way back to Biloxi was really a blessing in disguise because he taught me a hell of a lot. Like the man, he took time. I mean, we had a long ride anyway, but he could have been like, all right, dude, you get on your boat. I'm going to get over here and, I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to crank up my music. And you just sit back there and do whatever you do. He could have been like that, but he wasn't. He was like, all right, man, look, I understand you're relatively a novice. And he wasn't condescending when he said it. I want to make this clear. Nothing about this man was anything less than professional, polite, and educational. It wasn't lecturous. It wasn't you need to hear me out so that I don't have to come get your dumb ass again. It was nothing like that. Absolutely nothing like that. It was, all right, dude, look, let's, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Let me help you out here. Okay, so this is a channel marker. Red right returning, all this other stuff that he showed me. Hey, if you notice, I have two VHF radios up here, one on 16, one on 13. This is what channel 13 is for. This is what and you know what? It was so goddamn educational. I owe him one hell of a debt of gratitude. And I really fucking hope somebody at TowBoatUS sees this. Not because I'm trying to, garner a sponsorship by any means. I'm a paying member of TowBoatUS. I'm a paying member and will continue to pay that every fucking year from here on out for the rest of my life as long as I own a boat. And will recommend that everybody else does the same. Because it's fucking worth it, y'all. And I know I've said this on other videos, but y'all, I cannot stress this enough. This guy showed me in the course of about 2-3 hours shit that in 40 years I didn't know. I mean, this guy's a fucking captain with international endorsements and all this other crazy shit. I mean, and with his time, his education, and his background, he took time out to help my stupid ass. And he was very patient with me. I've still got his phone number. He said, look, if you need you have any questions, give me a call. This is the kind of people that TowBoatUS hires. And he was so damn knowledgeable, y'all. And I cannot say enough about this guy. Like, this fucking guy here, when I say he saved my ass and taught me a lot, that's almost an insult to what he really took time out of his busy day to show me. I called him up when I was out there, out in the Gulf. I was heading out to sea. Here's the other thing I did. Okay. So when I did have one other piece of navigational equipment that was like non-negotiable for me to get. My Marine VHF has GPS in it. I jumped on that, and that saved my ass like y'all wouldn't believe. And it gives you to the decimal. That is like so fucking important, y'all. So fucking important. So I go ahead and I get this fucking radio, and I'm thinking, it'd just be nice to know where I'm at in the world while I'm, coming down the Pascagoula River, because I don't know shit. If I run into trouble, GPS I can pinpoint. I was already thinking ahead to that because I knew I didn't have any navigational shit on board. The only navigational thing I had, y'all, I shit you not, I had an app called Orca on my iPhone, which is probably not going to pick me up because I'm sitting in a truck stop in Moody, Alabama right now. And I had this fucking compass that didn't light up. I've got to fix that light on it, and I will. That compass is never leaving the boat, period. But I had this fucking compass sitting there that got me where I needed to go. And without those two, I would have been fucking lost, y'all. I would have 100% been lost. So the compass and that GPS radio, I'd have been fucked. Because that Orca program, I mean, it worked a little bit, but not as well as I was hoping. So when I called him up on the phone, luckily I still had signal. I called him up and I'm like, hey, Bryce, would you do me a favor? Can you check? Because I knew he had all this fancy navigational shit up there. Hey, man, will you check my position and tell me if I'm in the Intercoastal Waterway? He's like, no, dog, you heading out to sea. I'm like, oh, shit. He's like, you need to go 280. Well, I know what 280 is. That's a little point north of west. Due west is 270. Okay, 280 will get me to Biloxi. Cool. And I aimed that thing relatively around 280 as best I could because I couldn't get the damn boat to hold the course. So, this is just how much this guy took time out. He's like, if you have any problems, you call me. And he meant it. This guy is all about safety. He's all about doing shit the right way. And if this is an example, and this is just my first ever encounter with dealing with TowBoatUS, if this is what they have, who they employ, I can't say enough about them. This guy, I'm telling you, this guy saved my ass. And I'm eternally fucking grateful because honestly, with what I thought I knew enough to be dangerous. Literally. I knew enough to get myself in some serious ass trouble. And I'll admit that. I'm going to be taking some courses over the next year and a half because of my knowledge is so fucking small, and I'm man enough to admit that, versus where I need to be. And y'all, this dude here saved my fucking ass. Like, not to mention, he saved me another way too. Okay, so when I got to where I was at, I looked and when he called me at 7 o'clock in the morning and said, hey man, I'm on my way, or a little before 7. I'm stopping at a store getting my drinks, and I'm on my way, and I'm like, hey bro, give me a solid, grab me a pack of cigarettes, pay you when you get here. Man, look, that dude, I got you, dog. I'm with you. Man, look, that dude right there is fucking awesome. So, y'all, I'm telling you, if this is the type of people that TowBoatUS employs, they have top of the line fucking people, and I can't say enough about them. So, I really encourage y'all to get a membership. And this is not a knock against Cito. I know Cito is a rival company. He actually said this. This is a quote. If you don't get TowBoatUS, get Cito. Get one of the two. Get something. Something. Some type of membership like this. Because y'all, you never know. And I'm going to tell you, I know without the membership, it would have cost about $350, $375 an hour to have my boat towed.
And the time starts from when they leave their dock, as it should. So, my question to y'all is, you want to pay $3.75 an hour and might take a couple hours to get to you? Or you want to pay $200 and you're good for all year? What's the better deal for y'all? I say $200 and you're good all year. Just my personal opinion. Not to mention the professionalism, the safety, the care that he took to show me things and teach me things that I needed to know that could possibly save my life, in my honest opinion. And I'm going to take it there. I'm going to say that he gave me some life-saving knowledge. Y'all think about it. Again, this is not paid sponsorship. This is my personal testimonial and experience, and me showing my gratitude to everybody that helped save my ass on this trip and helped me get my boat safely where it is right now, and get me back to work in one piece so I can go have fun with this thing when I get done with it. Y'all take care. Anthony Oksenholt, sailing Biloxi Belle.